We've all had this problem. You know those days where you are working the whole day, maybe on school, on your job or at your internship, and when you come home you just want to chill, relax and play some games Valorant. So you turn on your PC, hop into a game and then you get people like this. Yeah, Valorant is a fun game, but sometimes some people are so toxic. And this is actually pretty sad, because those toxic players just ruin the games for everybody. And if you think Valorant is the only game, no. I've played CSGO, League of Legends, even Rainbow, and they all had some sort of toxic community. So in this video I will explain why some people are toxic, how you can deal with them, and how you can win games even though your teammate's only 3 and 17 and it's raging all the time. Because yeah, we've all had those teammates. But before I'm gonna talk about how you can deal with toxic teammates, the easiest way to win games is just to carry the whole team by yourself. But this is sometimes a little difficult. Luckily, the sponsor of this video, Valorant Tracker, can help you get the edge over your enemies. When you hop into a game, you can see the ranks of all the players in the game, and even things like win rate and KDA of some players. This way you can spot for what enemies you should be careful of. On top of that, you also have an in-game overlay to see what rounds you played good and what rounds you played bad. All with the purpose to get the advantage over your enemies during the games. But this is not everything. If you open the app, you can also find your own stats like win-loss ratio, accuracy, and handy timeline to see when you performed good and bad, your weapon stats and even your map stats. Oh, I hate Fracture so much, my friends. Less than 40% win rate. Maybe I should try to improve on this map. Luckily, you can also do that on Valorant Tracker. Just go to the guide section, click on your favorite agent, and voila, easy tips and tricks for Chamber on Fracture. You can find a lot more features on this app, so if you want to try it out, feel free to download it with the link in the description. It's completely free, so why not try it out today, my friends? Now, let's continue the video. Before I explain what I think is the best way to deal with toxic teammates, let's first dive deep into their minds. Because almost everyone thinks that people who are toxic are always the mean guys, the evil villains, you know? But did you ever wonder why are some people more toxic than others? It all started a long time ago, during their birth. Nah, just kidding. Most people are toxic when they are playing ranked games. And the main reason for this is because they care too much about their ranks. And I'm almost certain that everybody who plays ranked also got some sort of toxicity inside. Just think about it. Sometimes you are performing really well. You get 22 kills and your teammates are just not that good. At those moments you sometimes also just want to rage on your teammates. But the difference between the real toxic people and the friendly people are that the friendly people don't say it out loud. And the toxic people, well... And I mean, it's a little bit too easy to be toxic online. Sometimes people forget that they are playing with real other people. Your teammates also got feelings, keep that in mind, my friends. If you're on the streets, you would also not scream at people because they are simply bad at playing a game. But anyway, how to deal with those players? You have two types of toxic players who act differently. Let's first talk about a teammate with the biggest ego. He will probably hate on each and every one of your teammates because he thinks he's the best. For this type of players, it sounds stupid, but stroke their ego. When he makes a kill, say good job. In between rounds, say thank you for carrying me. And if you got some credits left after you bought, try to drop him a gun. I have to be honest, it sounds really stupid and probably not fun at all, but it often really works. Being friendly to people who are mean is better than being mean to people who are mean. There's more chance that he will keep his focus and don't go AFK for the whole game. And that's good. Then we have the opposite of the ego player, the guy who is having a really bad day. This guy's most of the time just very demotivated and says things like, oh, we're gonna lose, I'm so bad, blah blah blah. When you find a guy like this, keep positive. Maybe make some jokes about other things than the game. Cheer him up a little bit, you know. A thing that often people forget is that the whole team wants the same thing, and that's to win the game. So if you keep being friendly, believe me, most of the time they will also be friendly back. But not all the time. You also have the third type of rager. This guy doesn't care if you win or lose. This guy doesn't care if you play good or bad. And the worst of all, this guy doesn't care about your feelings. He just likes to rage on other players. Whoa, Mr. Lowlander, how do you deal with such people? It sounds impossible, right? Well... yeah, I have no idea why, but people often forget that there's a mute button. But they just don't use it, and I don't understand why. Maybe it's the fear of missing out, but think about it like this. A very toxic teammate would never give info or things like that. The only thing they will say will give bad energy. So just mute them, don't be afraid of it. When you do that, you can lay your focus on the other players, the friendly players. And if you find someone who is really friendly, don't forget to add them as friend. Playing duo, trio, or even 5-man is often way more relaxing than queuing with randoms. This way, there's less chance that you will have toxic teammates. And you might even make some really good friends. I mean, I can't wait till I can drink some apple juice with my boy Jonathan. But now, the ultimate fix on how to deal with toxic players. I didn't know this trick until a few days ago. You know, I love to be competitive. That's the reason why I only play ranked. But a few days ago, I tried to learn Fate in only one day. And for that video, I played the whole day normal games. I think I played over 10 games and I didn't even see one toxic player. Everybody was so friendly. There even was a game where someone sadly had to go AFK, but everybody seemed okay with it. We just chilled, talked talked about nice things, and even learned some Italian. Look at this clip.
How do you say
sure.
well played in Italy?
Bella giocata.
Bana
that's all.
cocciata.
I mean, normally in ranked, when someone goes AFK, the mood just drops through the ground. Nobody wants to play anymore. But in normal games, it seems okay. So yeah, some people just care way too much about their rank. If you don't want to deal with that, try out some normal games, my friends. And if you are gonna hop into a ranked game, always stay friendly to other people, even though they are mean to you. There's something that a really wise man once told to me. When people are toxic to you, try to stay classy, stay cool, and don't be a fool. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace.